Have you ever wondered if a 700-year-old poem could have anything to say about your life right here, right now? Well, today we're going to find out. We're diving deep into a classic Korean poem, breaking it down character by character, using what's called hanja, to uncover some wisdom that is, believe me, absolutely timeless. Let's start at the end, shall we? This is the final line of the poem. A single, small boat out there on the water. It sounds a little lonely, maybe a little mysterious. Where's it going? This one image, this single boat, is the key to unlocking the whole thing.
So yeah, what's the big deal? It's an old poem about a boat. How can that possibly connect to our crazy modern lives? The thing is, as you're about to see, this poem isn't really just about a boat. It's about navigating the huge, unpredictable ocean of life itself.
Okay, let's get into it. The poem is called Jinpo gwibeom, written by a scholar named Saek way back in the 14th century. And right out of the gate, he hits us with a puzzle, a beautiful contradiction that gets you thinking. So check this out. The first line gives us this gorgeous picture of spring, right? Gentle rain, peach blossoms, you can almost smell it. But then the second line immediately throws us into autumn. We're talking clear frost on reed leaves. How can that be? How can you have spring and autumn in the exact same moment? This isn't a mistake, folks. This paradox, this is the whole point.
To really get what's going on, we've got to zoom in. We need to look at the actual building blocks of the poem, these ancient characters called hanja. Each one is like a little piece of a puzzle, and when we put them together, the deeper meaning just shines through. Okay, first up we have this character. In Korean, it's pronounced si, and it means something really fine, thin, delicate. So we're starting soft.
And next to it, we have this one. U. Simple enough, right? It just means rain. But what happens when you put se and u together? They become siu. And this isn't some angry, pounding storm. Nope. This is a fine rain, a gentle drizzle. You know, the kind of rain that wakes everything up. It just feels like spring. And if you had any doubt, this next part seals the deal. Do-hwa. That means peach blossom. And since peach trees bloom in April and May, the poet is basically shouting, hey, we're in the middle of spring. So you put that all together, you get Saek桃花浪. Imagine a whole landscape covered in so many peach blossoms, they look like waves on the ocean, with this soft mist falling over them. It's an image that's just bursting with life and beauty. But hold that thought, because now we jump to the second line, and it starts with this character, Chung. It means clear or pure. You can almost feel the air getting a little crisper, can't you? And then this, sung, which means frost. Whoa. Talk about a change of scenery. All that gentle warmth we just felt from the spring rain, it's gone. Frost is a dead giveaway that we are definitely not in spring anymore. So what is this frost covering? No yup, or reed leaves. And unlike those vibrant peach blossoms, reeds are something we totally associate with the end of the year, with the cool air of autumn. And there you have it, the complete contrast. We go from the gentle, life-giving rain on spring blossoms straight to Cheongsang no Yeopju, a clear, sharp frost on autumn reeds. The poet has literally put spring and autumn, birth and decay, right next to each other. So why? So what's the poet up to here? Why smash two opposite seasons together? Well, he's not trying to describe a real place you could find on a map. He's trying to describe a state of being, a universal truth about how nature and life really works. What he's really showing us is the entire cycle of life, all at once. Spring is all about birth and growth, right? And autumn is about fading, decline. By putting them together, he's telling us they aren't separate things to be happy or sad about. They're two parts of one single, eternal, and totally harmonious cycle. You can't have one without the other. And that world, that giant cosmic ocean where spring and autumn are always happening together, that is the world our little boat from the beginning is sailing in. Which leads us to the third line of the poem, Gwibeom hachorak. The poet looks at this boat and asks a really simple but profound question. The returning sail, where will it land? Where is this journey going to end? And this right here, this is the core of the whole poem. That small boat, the Ilpyeonju, it's not just a boat. It's a metaphor for a single human life. It's you. It's me.
Each one of us is in our own little boat navigating this big, cyclical world.
And you know what? That question the poet asks, where will it land? He knows there's no answer, and that is exactly the point. We can't know our final destination. But this isn't meant to be sad or scary. It's actually a message of humility. It's about accepting that our own lives are part of a much larger, unpredictable, but ultimately beautiful flow.
So let's bring it all home. After 700 years, what's the final message? What wisdom is this single boat carrying across the centuries for us today?
Well, it teaches us that our lives are journeys, and it's okay not to know the destination. It reminds us that we're not separate from the world around us. We're a part of its grand natural cycles. It also shows us that there's a real peace, a real beauty in just accepting our part in this big flow. And finally, that life isn't about getting to some fixed endpoint. It's about embracing this constant harmonious change. When you get right down to it, the poem is about what you could call the aesthetics of life. The true beauty isn't found in trying to control the journey or knowing exactly how it all ends. The real beauty is in that moment of realization, that aha moment, when you feel in your bones that your small individual life is a crucial part of a magnificent and harmonious universe. So I'll leave you with this to think about. If your life is that small boat, does the thought of not knowing your final harbor feel a little scary? Or does it feel liberating to know that you are, and have always been, a part of the entire magnificent ocean?